The world trembled as the solar flare hit, casting shadows over cities once vibrant with life. Vega and Orion discuss the necessity of retrieval missions in a makeshift shelter. Vega checks their outdated pilot equipment, frustrated with their condition. Orion presents Vega with his latest invention for future missions, a small drone. Vega responds with skepticism about their capacity to take on retrieval missions. A sudden radio transmission interrupts their conversation with news of survivors in another city. Orion insists on rescuing the survivors despite Vega's hesitations. They finalize the plan, setting their sights on the first location of survivors. As they prepare for departure, Vega recalls the last moments before the flare. Orion shares his personal story of loss and motivation to help others. They embark on their journey, the sound of their engines roaring back to life. Vega feels a mix of excitement and fear as they ascend into the chaotic sky. Orion operates the navigation system, plotting their course laboriously. They hit turbulence, and Vega struggles to maintain control of the ship. After a rough flight, they spot the first city on the horizon, marred by destruction. Vega radios former allies, seeking current information on the situation below. They receive disappointing news of attacks on their expected landing site. Vega reacts decisively, suggesting an alternative landing site. Resolute, they change course and begin their descent towards the new site. Vega mentions her hopes of finding a hidden cache of technology reported in the area. Orion doubts the existence of the cache, but encourages her passion. As they land, shadows loom over them, hinting at unseen secrets. They equip their gear and step outside, eyes scanning the surroundings. They hear distant sounds hinting at movement in the underbrush. Vega readies her equipment, whispering strategies to Orion. Suddenly, a figure darts through the trees, startling them. Determined to investigate, they move cautiously towards the sound. They discover a hidden camp, remnants of survivors clinging to hope. Vega whispers to Orion, insisting they need to approach carefully. A sudden shout breaks the tension, alerting the camp to their presence. Vega raises her hands, attempting to calm the frightened survivors. As Vega steps forward with her hands raised, the survivors gaze at her with suspicion and fear. Orion follows closely behind, scanning the area for threats. One of the survivors, a wiry man, steps forward, demanding to know who they are and what they want. Vega takes a deep breath. "We mean no harm. We're here to help," Vega calls out, her voice steady but firm. Orion adds, "We've come looking for survivors and technology that can help you rebuild." The wiry man exchanges glances with others in the camp before reluctantly lowering his weapon. "What do you want from us?" he asks, suspicion still evident in his voice. Vega quickly responds, "We just want to guide you to safety and help gather resources. You're not alone in this fight." Orion nods, stepping forward to share a plan. The wiry man softens slightly, intrigued. "All right, but what does your plan look like?" he asks, visibly debating the idea of teamwork with the two strangers. Orion begins outlining their plan. "We can set up scouts to find technology and resources while you fortify this camp. Together, we can make the city safer." Vega interjects, "And to do this, we need your help with scouting and keeping watch. Things have gotten dangerous out there." A young woman from the group speaks up. "And what if we run into a problem? How can we trust you?" Her voice carries the weight of their desperation. Vega replies, "We'll stick together. I won't let anyone get hurt. We've survived this far, and we will keep fighting together." A wiry man nods slowly, now convinced. "All right, let's hear more about this plan then," he says, finally open to collaboration. Orion starts detailing the risks and ways to create watchtowers using debris from the old city. The survivors lean in, eager to learn and help. Vega joins in, talking about the potential routes to discover remaining technology, her excitement infectious among the group. "Imagine what we could find." Meanwhile, tension in the camp rises as a distant rumble echoes, prompting nervous glances around them. "What was that?" one survivor whispers. Vega speaks up firmly. "Everyone, stay alert. Whatever that is, we need to be prepared," her leadership emerging in the face of uncertainty. Orion silently begins to assess their defenses, quickly discussing strategies with the survivors surrounding them, who are clearly anxious. The rumbling grows closer, and a nearby survivor shouts, "We need to barricade the camp. They could be coming for us." Vega quickly organizes groups to gather debris for barricades, her leadership rallying the people together, inspiring a sense of purpose and urgency. Orion calls for tools, his hands deftly working on reinforcing the camp structure, while also keeping an eye on the approaching sounds. As the rumbling becomes deafening, Vega rushes back to the group. "We must be ready for anything. Stay sharp." Sudden figures appear on the horizon, silhouetted against the dimming sky, their intentions uncertain but frightening. A collective gasp rises among the survivors. Vega's instincts kick in, and she leads the contingent out to scout the surrounding area, while Orion repairs their communications gear for better intel. As they scout, Vega and Orion discuss their approach, weighing options on how to create a signal for help, hoping for a miracle from nearby allies. Just as they finalize their plan, the ground begins to rumble again, more violently this time, signaling an imminent threat. Vega rallies the survivors, coordinating defenses as ominous figures emerge from the tree line, their intentions unclear. As the figures draw near, Vega recognizes one as an old rival from her piloting days, and a confrontation brews. Vega confronts her rival, demanding to know why they've come, while tensions simmer. A rival reveals they are searching for a hidden tech cache, just like Vega and Orion, leading to tense negotiations. Vega proposes a fragile alliance to find the tech, leading to guarded agreements but underlying tension. As they plan their expedition, Orion shares findings from his research on the cache's rumored tech, impressing both groups. With a plan in action, Vega announces a scouting party, while Orion sets to work modifying gear for the journey ahead. As they prepare to depart, Vega feels the weight of trust shifting, both from the survivors and her rival, who now shares the burden of hope. The group sets off, Vega and Orion at the forefront, leading a mix of survivors towards the uncertain landscape beyond. Exploration begins, but unsettling truths emerge as they find remnants of advanced tech mixed with signs of previous struggles. Suddenly, an alarm sounds from within the tech, shocking the group and drawing their attention back to the danger. Panic erupts among the group as they scramble to assess the threat, pushing their instincts to the limit. Vega and Orion try to calm the group while also investigating the source of the alarm, remaining vigilant about their surroundings. They discover the device is an old distress signal activated by their presence, but the chance for help is now mixed with uncertainty. Amidst the chaos, they take a moment to regroup before making a decision on their next step. Vega suggests investigating the source of the distress signal, despite the obvious risks, garnering mixed reactions from the survivors. After heated discussion, the group agrees to follow the signal, spurred by old survival instincts and hope for rescue. As they head deeper into the forest, Eerie sounds surround them. Paranoia starts to creep in, amplifying their anxiety. Tension escalates as they approach the coordinates of the distress signal, only to find derelict structures and signs of former life, stirring mixed emotions. Inside the compound, they find remnants of technology and clues hinting at a larger tragic narrative, fueling curiosity and fear. Suddenly, signs of a recent presence emerge, sharp tensions erupting as they start to piece together previous survivors' stories. Suddenly, unexpected noises echo from within the compound, freezing the group with fright and fury. Vega signals everyone to stay alert, as she and Orion stealthily move towards the source of the noise, heartbeats racing. As they approach, they discover a small group of survivors holed up, echoing their own desperate situation. Vega and Orion cautiously step into the dim light of the derelict structure, their hearts racing as they survey the unknown. Suddenly, a woman in ragged clothing steps out from the shadows, eyes wide with fear. "Who are you?" she demands, gripping a makeshift weapon tightly. Vega raises her hands cautiously. "We come in peace. There's been a distress signal from here. We want to help." The woman lowers her weapon slightly, eyes narrowing suspiciously. "Help? We've seen that before. What do you want?" Orion steps forward, nodding towards the old technology. "We want to secure it, but we'll share it. No tricks, just survival." The woman considers, glancing toward her group, who whisper among themselves. "Fine, but one wrong move." Vega breathes a sigh of relief and offers a tentative smile. "Let's work together. There's a lot we can uncover here." The woman nods slowly, her grip loosening on the weapon. "All right, let's see what's left of our home." As they begin to rummage through the remnants, Orion discovers a working terminal, sparking excitement. "Vega, look at this." Vega joins him, excitement bubbling up as the terminal hums to life. "Let's see if we can access any data about the tech caches." The terminal flickers through old files, revealing locations marked on a map. "These could be the caches we need," Orion exclaims. Suddenly, a loud crash reverberates from outside, interrupting their moment of triumph. The woman warns, "We need to defend ourselves." Vega rushes to the door, peering outside. "What's happening out there?" she shouts, scanning the area for signs of an attack. One of the survivors shouts, "Raiders! They're coming to take our tech!" Panic spreads through the group. Vega turns back to the group, determined. "We have a chance here, but we need to protect what we found." Orion quickly begins devising a plan. "We can fortify the entrance and create distractions. Everyone gather supplies." Together, they work as a team, reinforcing the door as footsteps approach. Tension fills the air, and everyone holds their breath. Suddenly, the door bangs against the barricade. Vega shouts, "Ready yourself. We fight for our lives." The door bursts open, and raiders flood in. A chaotic fight ensues as Vega leads the charge, determined to protect their newfound home. Orion too joins the fray, using his gadgets to create distractions, darting between the fighters. "We can do this, just hold on," he yells, rallying the survivors. In a moment of bravery, the woman from earlier takes a stand beside Vega, shouting, "We fight for each other." The tide of battle turns as the survivors fight back with fierce resolve. Orion spots a console and shouts, "If I can activate the defenses, we can push them back." Vega covers him, shouting strategic commands to the survivors. "Stay close. Use the environment to your advantage." With newfound courage, the survivors coordinate their attacks, surprising the raiders. Orion successfully activates the defensive systems, a wave of energy pushing back the attackers. The raiders, caught off guard, stumble back. Vega shouts, "Push them out! Let's reclaim our home. With one final push, the survivors overwhelm the raiders, forcing them to retreat. Cheers erupt as triumph fills the air. Vega drops to her knees, breathing heavily but smiling. We did it, together. Orion joins her, a grin spreading across his face. This is just the beginning. Imagine what we can build.